Hello, my people. I say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your location. Join me, my wonderful people, from wherever you are. I am here today for us to continue. Currently, the hashtag bad governance protest in Nigeria is now on our Prime Minister. And Nigerians, the way they are, their usual way of practice, they will always look for who to blame. They will always like to shift their blame to someone. And in the zoo, the Igbos are the unfortunate middle people that takes or receives the attack. The Fulani in the north will always attack the Igbo man. The Yorubas in the southwest will attack the Igbos, unfortunately. But my people, based on what our PM said last time, that the more you shoot at him and throw bullet at him, he will gather all of them and they will make him stronger. That is the case of the Igbo man. So my people, wherever you are watching me from, join me so that we will continue to talk about Biafra. Biafra is our religion. Join me from wherever you are. But before I continue, I have to thank Almighty God who has been leading us, who has been directing us. Father, Lord, my God, wonderful Jehovah, I thank you. I glorify your holy name, my Lord. I commit all Biafrans all over the world into your holy hands, both those who are at home and those who are abroad. I commit my wonderful leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into your holy hands, my Lord. I also commit my indomitable Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to your holy hands, Lord. Guide us and protect us. We believe in you, we trust in you. We serve you unconditionally because you are a wonderful Father. Father, Lord, you are the only God that gives us what no human father can give. We do not owe anybody any explanation because of your wonderful love and the way you have beautified us. All this and more I pray, O Lord. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, my wonderful God. So, my people, I have to play this wonderful sound from one of our brothers for Biafrans all over the world. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in Urhobo dialect and Isoko. Lucky star is singing, Odogu, Iyamekpa. Amarotama agbada gbururu. Amarotama agbada gbururu. Excellency Simon Ekpa. Yeruwe yo kitruwe salute. Mr. We can say no. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Mr. We can say no. Amarutama Abada Guru. Yeah, Simon Joko, you have done so much for us. I am shedding tears of joy. Your time cannot be seen easily. I search around your world, the greater freedom fighter. We, the Robo and the Soko, we appreciate you also. Sister, say you are so good. You are so wonderful. Gloria Demo say you are so good. Amarutama Abada. Kelly Peter say you are so good. That is the truth. Patricia Robo say you are so good. Amarutama Abada. Isoko with the sedo. What a wonderful man. The good guy is only the food that we eat. And I know those who are sitting at the fence in this Biafra struggle, they will not learn. Maybe they will learn in the grave. The freedom you brought to do well for us. Worry sister say you are so good. We so go with the city. Clara Dim say you are so good. Anna, Wabadaburu. Amarotama Abadaburu. Amarotama Abadaburu. Urobi so go with the city. We throw away salutes. Even lucky star, it is said, you do well, it is said, Ricky star, you do well, we salute you, we throw away salutes. Patricia Urubu say you are so good, you are so good. I am in tears of joy, for your good work cannot be quantified. Oh, Amarotomo Abadabu. Yes, my wonderful people, fellow Biafrans, thank you for joining me. My people, remember to click the like button. This very platform, as you all know, is one of the Breji media platforms where we bring you authentic information relating to what is going on in Biafra land and possibly in the zoo. And one might be wondering why the zoo instead of Biafra, because our people are still trapped in the zoo. The zoo, they don't know what is good for them. They always misplace their priorities. And for that reason, we will continue to showcase to the world what the zoo is all about. So, my people, this is why we always bring you information relating to the zoo. So, my fellow Biafrans, we are here to listen to this very man.
You cannot sell your land to Igbos.
Currently,
you cannot sell your land. You cannot sell your houses to Igbo, and you are.
Currently, there is a protest in the zoo called Nigeria. And that protest, the caption is hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria. My people, guess what? They turned round. One man accused Peter Obi as being the one causing the protest or staging the protest. Another man accused the Igbos. I am here to play everything for you. Currently, they are saying that it is our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is sponsoring the coup. Just the same way they said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sponsored EndSARS. This will show you people how somebody will be showing so much hatred on you for no good reason. No good reason for doing that. They will tell you it is Simon Ekpa staging the coup or protest in Nigeria. Whereas the Nigerian leaders, they know what they are doing. Now, the Yorubas are saying that the Igbos in Lagos must leave Lagos. I will also play the voice of that one. But this man, I will play his voice here, whose video you see on this place. You will see the video, the picture of the federal, the president of the Federal Republic, and you see the Yorubas and the Igbo families on this picture. Let me play you what this very man, he is a Yoruba man living in America. He is a barrister. Let me play you his voice so that you will hear what he said about the Igbos in Lagos.
Are now accusing Igbo of taking over Lagos. Did Igbo force you to sell your lands? Did Igbo force you to sell your ancestral family homes? Now, most of the Lagos houses in Lagos have been sold to the Igbos. So, whose fault? Is it the Igbo fault or the seller's fault? If there's no seller, there won't be any buyer. If there's no seller, there won't be any buyer. So, whose fault? Is it the fault of the buyer or the fault of the seller? Is it the fault of the seller or the fault of the buyer? and then you keep on coming with all these foolish arguments. Igbos have bought Lagos State. They have bought all the land in Lagos. Who sold it to them? Did Igbo force you to sell your land? Did Igbo force you to sell your land? And then why this noise about Igbo? Go and look at the hectares of land that they gave to Dangote in Lekki. Don't you know the number of the parcel of land that Tinubu gave to Dangote in Lekki? Is Dangote go to Lekki Free Zone. Go and look at the biggest landlord, the Shaguris, the Vaswanis. The whole of them had been acquired and partitioned by Indians. I still don't know why we don't use our common sense in Yoruba land again. The whole of, quote me, 80% of the land in Lekki Free Zone had been acquired and partitioned by Indians and Lebanese. Shaguri family, Vaswani family, Gupta family. Those are the people that have the largest parcel of land in Lekki Free Zone. And then Dangote. So what are we talking about? These people are the Yoruba people. Tinubu sold all your land to foreigners. They're not even Nigerians. Who are still Nigerians? As far as you are still Nigerians.
Yes, when he said that Tinubu sold all your land to foreigners, Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State before Sanwo-Olu came in. And now he is the president of Nigeria, which he bought with all the money he acquired in Lagos. And this is a very powerful Yoruba man, a barrister. He is the one telling the truth the way it is right. So let's continue to listen to him.
Gupta family. Those are the people that have the largest parcel of land in Lekki Free Zone. And then Dangote. So what are we talking about? This Tinubu sold all your land to foreigners. They're not even Nigerians. Igbo are still Nigerian. As far as we are concerned, we are still Nigerian. We are still in Nigeria. So Igbo are still Nigerians. So what? So Tinubu that have sold all the land in Lagos to Lebanese, Chinese. If you don't know, ECC construction company is owned by the Chinese. Do you know how many lands they have in Lekki and Ikorodu?
My people, these Chinese Indians that has land in Lagos are not Africans. They are not Africans. But these are the people we have been living with all these years. And anybody that will be so shocked to know that these same people, some of them are in Igbo land, doing their businesses, conducting their businesses peacefully and quietly, making money as well, and nobody bothers them. I will tell you people why there are many Igbos in Lagos. But let this video finish.
And Lagos State people refuse to use their common sense as they keep on following Tinubu sheepishly, like Mumu. You know the shogun. Tinubu shogun sí shogun náà kẹgbàrà yín lẹ̀. Tó ìyẹn mi tẹ̀fẹ́ máa gbọ́ bó fògùn mú yín lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó bá fògùn mú yín ẹ̀yìn náà ẹ lọ ṣogun náà lọ sọ́dọ̀ babaláwo kẹ lọ ṣogun kẹ túra ilẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ Tinubu.
Yes, my people, I thank you so much for joining me and for watching. You know, everything that is going on in Nigeria is like where mad people have been assigned to look after the house. So you can imagine how it will be that mad people or a mad person have been employed as someone who looks after the home. You can imagine how it feels because they never get their priorities right. They always misplace their priorities. Somebody will sell his land to you, and tomorrow you will build your house. Next tomorrow, he comes over to demolish that house, telling you that it has passed through the waterways or through high tension, whereas there are town planning offices that issues you certificate of occupancy. Nigeria will have a state problem. They will turn around and look for who to blame for that same problem that they stirred. I have one very little advice for the Southwest people in the zoo. We, the Igbos or the Igbos, well, whoever they are not your problem. You know where your problems are coming from. Go and fight them. We have fought them before, and you even helped them to fight us. Now, if the Southwest wants to fight the Igbos, I don't think they will like to take such task because it will be a very difficult and challenging one. Igbos are very calm and gentle people, but they cannot stop. If you provoke them, they will go all length. Igbos are not scared at all. I am pleading to the Yorubas to leave the Igbos alone. The reason why the Igbos are all living in Lagos, or majority of them are living in Lagos, let me tell you why. The reason why Igbos are in Lagos, number one, is that they are very business-minded people. Whether an Igbo man is educated or an illiterate, after his education, he wants to go back to business. It is part of our culture and tradition. Because one Igbo man will raise 3 or 4 Igbo boys at the same time, learning the trade. And he will start sending them away one after the other and settling them. So it is partly our culture and our tradition. Business, that's the Igbo man. No matter how educated an Igbo man is, he's very business-oriented and very business-minded. Now the Nigerians are capitalizing on that. When Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria, you know what Obasanjo did? Obasanjo went and made a Papa Wharf, because in Biafra land or in the whole zoo, we have this ocean where ships from abroad can come back and discharge goods. We have one in Port Harcourt. We have one in Lagos. We have another one in Cross River. But Obasanjo made the one in Lagos a law. He passed a law that the whole country must come to Lagos State to clear their goods. You can imagine when you travel from London to Nigeria, it is 6 hours from London, United Kingdom, to Nigeria. It's 6 hours flight, direct flight. When you are traveling from Igbo land in Biafra land to Lagos is almost 7 hours by road. To tell you the distance. For that reason, our people who are businessmen and women that import goods from China, from Philippines, from India, from all over the world, even from America and from Britain, from France, everywhere, they must go to Lagos to clear their goods. For that reason, most of them decided that instead of going every week, staying in a hotel, spending the money to clear the goods and the hotel, let them buy land and build a house in Lagos so that they don't have to be taking the risk of traveling every week going to Lagos. You have heard the distance. Now, Obasanjo, who did that, when Okonjo-Iweala was the central bank director, she suggested that on a seaport, which is in Port Harcourt, and the one in Calabar, should all be opened to spread the economy and to save people from that part of the country the long journey of traveling very far and wide to clear their goods. You know what the Obasanjo did? He sacked he refused to adopt this woman's suggestions to spread the economy, to spread the chances of people clearing their goods from other parts of the country. He refused, and the lady resigned. Atiku was his vice at the time. Then Atiku had to go and plead with her father, because she was a deputy director in the World Bank America. And Nigeria government had to go to America to beg her to come and organize and arrange the economy of Nigeria. Do you people know that that woman came all the debt that Nigeria owed foreign countries? The woman made sure that Nigeria paid all that debt. Even now, the woman has offered to come back and organize the economy of Nigeria. You can see that Nigeria has the value system has gone down. Their economy has gone down. The lady offered to come and help them. They said no, because she's not corrupt. She's not the type of woman that likes bribery and corruption. She likes to do things straightforwardly, because she's an Igbo man, an Igbo woman. They refused for her to come and help them manage the economy. Currently, the value of Nigeria money has gone right down. That's why those who cannot afford to eat, that's why they are protesting. The Yorubas, after the election in 2023, they started burning everything that Igbo man has, bulldozing their houses, telling you it is on a waterway, it is not allowed, this and that. Their reason being that the Igbos in Lagos voted for Obi. And because of one of the electoral rules of law, for you to become the president of Nigeria, you must win at the federal capital. Obi won. Tinubu did not win. So they feared that because of that single act of failure, that Tinubu will not become the president. These are the reasons why all these people, they get political today, tomorrow they start getting violent. My people, Igbos cannot cut their nose off to smoothen their faces. We are human beings. We used to be Nigerians, but we are no longer Nigerians. It's like Ethiopia and Eritrea. Eritrea used to be Ethiopia, but now they are Eritrea. We used to be Nigeria. We are no longer Nigerians. We are Biafrans. Because Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914. So before 1914, what were we? We were Biafrans. And there was Oduduwas and Arewas, which is the north. Do you people know that they removed history from Nigeria schools so that nobody will trace the background of the perpetrators of the evil in Nigeria? And their background is that they are the children of Osman Danfodio from North Africa and came and settled in the northern Nigeria. And that they are great warriors. That's why every time they are fighting, they will use the civilian Fulanis to fight. They will use the ones they converted into the military uniform, police and army, to fight. That was why Nigerian youth conducted NSAS in year 2020. They said it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now that Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, is the one leading us currently, and they have hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria. They said that our PM is the one who instigated the whole protest against Nigeria. What is our benefit? What will be the benefit of our prime minister for instigating protests? Because if you are protesting, you want something that is wrong to be good. If Nigeria becomes anything good, my people, what will be the benefit of my prime minister? And the answer is none. None. My PM will not benefit anything when Nigeria is good. That is what the protesters are doing. They are asking you to do things right. So if these protesters make Nigeria good, how will it benefit someone who wants to be a Biafran? This is how they lie from one side of their mouth to the other. Nigerians are so corrupt. They are liars. They have no value for human life. They have no value for property. Nothing, not even law that they made themselves. So they have no value for anything. Now I have another video to show you. Nigeria is in a total quandary, and unfortunately, Biafrans cannot help them. We want Nigeria to go down so that Biafra will rise up. Telling anybody that my PM is the cause of the problem in Nigeria is laughable. It is very laughable. Listen to this, because when they are saying or doing anything against the Igbos, you will see some nice Yorubas, some sensible Yorubas that will start talking sense into their people. Listen to this man. He's a pastor.
Igbos, we must find a way of checkmating them. I sat there in the midst of them, and they're not even saying anything. He said, they are bought everywhere in Lagos. They are buying and buying. And I said, when they came with God. I shot your people, or your people collected money for the purchase. Baba looked at me and said, why are you like this? I said, I'm like that. Did your people sell to them? Or they brought gun and said, your land or your life? Why don't you learn their industry? Who asked you to sell your land?
Have you people heard it? That is a pastor. They invited him to a meeting, and during the meeting they said, Igbos. And the pastor said, yes. What did the Igbo man do? They said that the Igbo man is buying all the land in Lagos. And he asked them, did they buy it with gun on your head, or you sold the land willingly to them? It is always good in life when you are doing something, you ask yourself this very hard and painful question. Am I correct in what I'm doing? I know people find it very hard to blame themselves. That's why whenever an incident like what is going on in Nigeria is taking place, people will be looking for who to blame. They will be blaming innocent people because they believe that your innocence is translated to weakness or gullibility or lack of knowledge. We want to go. It is clear that Nigerians, the Yorubas and the Hausas, don't like the Igbos. Why don't you want them to go? Because they have been milking our oil and we never said anything. When you are the president, you will be siphoning money as much as you want. Do you know that Tinubu has an office for his daughter, his 69-year-old daughter? He has an office for his first son. And these men and women are from different mothers, but it does not concern me. But it's just for people to know. He has office for his wife and his own office. Now he's spending billions to build house for the vice president, as if the vice president had all the time been living in the field. But people are hungry. Now they are saying that it is our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, that is inciting Nigerians to protest. My people, you know what protest is. When somebody is protesting, that means there is something going wrong, which they want you to do right. If our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is asking people to go and protest so that Nigeria will be good, what benefit then will it be for us as Biafrans, or for him as the Prime Minister of Biafra? This will tell you how Nigeria lies. That's why my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said that we have one thing in common: pathological hatred for Nigeria. Because Nigeria, they say that a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Nigeria is in 60 years something now, but they don't know anything yet. They don't know anything. They don't want to know. Now, in Kaduna, in the state of Kaduna, Kaduna is in northern Nigeria, very far. If you are going to Kaduna from southeast, it will take you like 6 to 7 hours to get there. And since Nigeria became an independent country, 1960 till date, it has been people from the north ruling, and the Yorubas will be their deputy. It is only once, as far as I know, that an Igbo man, Alex Ekwueme, was vice president to a Fulani man called Shehu Shagari. And when Buhari and Idi Agbo took over, they put two of them in prison, Shehu Shagari and Alex Ekwueme. They brought out Shehu Shagari and left Ekwueme there. Just like release Sunday Igboho, release Showore, release Mieti Allah leader, release Wandume, the one that is kidnapping kingpin, and the other one, the Mieti Allah, was accused of terrorism. They also released Abba Kyari, the super cop. But who do they leave behind? An Igbo man, in the person of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless him. By the special, he will come out and join us. So my people, the Igbo has been like Nigeria challenger. They hate the Igbos with passion, and we also hated them with passion. You cannot be hating on me and expect me to like you. It's impossible. It's not done at all, at all. You can never see that happen. So, let me show you this. Yes, my people, that was Russian flag being sewn by tailors in the northern Kaduna, to be precise, northern part of Nigeria. They were protesting wielding this flag, Russian flag. I don't know what that means. And that flag, I don't know if it has changed to Biafra flag. Why they say that Simon Ekpa is the one sponsoring the protest. My people, it is always good when something is happening, you will ask yourself a question. Why is something like this happening? Listen to this.
Weekend. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's national.
Yeah, this is from Arise News. I could not download the video, but when I'm playing it, you will hear the voice of one of the female newscasters in Arise News, Miss Okpe.
National broadcast on Sunday, where he appealed to the organizers of the End Bad Governance protest to suspend further protests and create room for dialogue. The president rolled out policy reforms, which he said will address the needs of the protesters and urged Nigerians to work together in reshaping the nation. The president also condemned those who have taken undue advantage of the protests to threaten any section of the country, stating that there is no place for ethnic bigotry in Nigeria.
Nigeria requires all hands on deck and it us all, regardless of age, party, tribe, religion, or other divides, to work together, reshaping our destiny as a nation. So those who have taken undue advantage of this situation to threaten any section of this country, be warned. The law will catch up with you. There is no place for ethnic bigotry or such threats in the Nigeria we seek to build.
Meanwhile, the hashtag Igbo Must Go protest continues to fester on social media. A recent X Spaces conversation tagged Yoruba Ronu Space, led by purported Yoruba influencers, called for an Igbo Must Go protest. One of the contributors stated that Igbos are disrespecting their traditional rulers and have no right owning land in Lagos.
We need to come out and protest. Igbo are disrespecting our institution, they disrespect our traditional ruler, they disrespect all our headers, and they can't take it in their own space. Therefore, we must not fold our hand. I just have to tell everybody this: this protest, Igbo must go, and the scrap of the unitary system is a must, and it's coming, and it's going to be loud. It's going to, whoever that want to die should go and die. It's in our space. This is our heritage. This is the land our father fought for. And we will not allow anybody, no matter how many acres of land you buy, it is our land. And your land, your purchased land have expired time. Therefore, you cannot claim ownership. So thank you, Madam Ajoke.
No, this is horrible, condemnable. But also an Igbo influencer named Nonso.
So my people, that is it. You have heard that Igbo must go. I have another video that I will play to hear this, because the Igbos, they don't just start chewing. They always bite before they chew. You will see that anybody who is accusing an Igbo man of, they must go or they must do this, they should allow us to go. We want to leave Nigeria. We no longer want to stay in anybody's, in anybody's land or home. We want to go to our own home. But Nigeria government is always fighting us that we are not going to separate Nigeria. We are not going to. Why would you not want somebody to be your president? Obi is an Igbo man. He won the landslide victory election. You don't want him to be the president. You don't want an Igbo man to have the railway station. They are building railway station in Lagos, building in the north. They avoided the Igbo land or the Warri land or the Isoko land, the Biafra area. They avoided all these places. Now our Isoko and Warri brothers are with us, powerfully strong. Our brothers from Akwa Ibom, everywhere we are together now. We are going home. They can never, this time around, they can't stop us. They can't. Listen to this man.
Protest you. What I've been saying in Yoruba is that the planned nationwide protest is a strategy, new strategy by the Igbos to destabilize or truncate the democratic, simply to fence their spleen on Yoruba nation. But they are not happy as they lost the 2023 presidential elections. They are not happy. And those who are canvassing for this insurrection, the felons, they are felons canvassing for this insurrection, are Labour Party members, are IPOB, the Igbo stock in that party. Why? So I want to appeal to the youth and the elders, patriotic citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to shun that protest. The protest is aimed at the democratic process, and we should not allow that. Let us remember what happened in Kenya, what happened in Sudan, what happened in Libya, what happened in Syria. The internal crisis broken out. I mean, things have never been the same in those countries. Why should we have untold hardship by some miscreant elements? Those who want to destabilize this country. Even if you want to destabilize the country, it is not the time that Yoruba is in charge. It will not happen. It will not happen by the grace of God. So those who are planning this foolish protest should please avoid coming to any Yoruba state. Take your protest to Aba or your.
Have you all heard it? A very elderly man talking this way. What do we Biafrans have to do with their protests? And the answer is nothing. We don't need Nigeria protests.
Let's take a listen to what he said.
We don't need their protests for anything. It will not benefit us anything. But what it benefits us somehow, technically, is that the world will now know that this is what Biafrans have been going through in the hands of Nigeria all these years. But listen to this. It's not an Igbo man. Listen to this. They will never tackle those who are fighting them. They will turn around and call the Igbos because maybe they are scared to fight the Fulanis directly. Who are the ones behind pulling Tinubu's government down? They know. They are just being sarcastic. Whenever they call the Igbo man trying to pull Tinubu's government down, you know that they are talking about, what's his name? They are talking about Fulani to leave them alone. We don't need their position because we want Biafra. And Biafra is coming. Yes, you will see. You will hear the person talking to the president of the zoo.
Is my final word. Mr. President, Senator Bola Tinubu, it is to you tonight that I bring the burden and plight of our people too. I say it finds you in good health and high spirits as you continue to navigate the intricate responsibilities that come with the esteemed position you hold. It is with a heavy heart this message on the current state of our beloved nation, Nigeria. In a time when the heartbeat of our nation is fear and the very fabric of our society is tearing at the seams, we stand at a crossroads. President Tinubu, the nation calls for your undivided attention as you embark on a private visit to France. Our beloved Nigeria is grappling with unprecedented challenges that demand urgent and decisive actions are the order of the day. From Lagos to Kaduna, Taraba, and violent and criminal activities have pervaded our land. Even in the heart of our nation's capital, the audacity of kidnappers has become a sinistrity, striking fear into the heart of our people. Our citizens are living in constant fear, unsure of their safety and the safety of their loved ones. This is not the Nigeria we dreamed of, not the renewed hope that was promised. We applaud the gallantry of our security operatives, but indeed, more work still needs to be to keep the people safe. Efforts are being made, but it appears they are not far enough. What has become the strategies of state policing and community policing that's been talked about several years? And the huge white papers and advisory notes on how to tackle insecurity in Nigeria, where are they? President Tinubu, as a pro-democracy, isn't it the right time to restructure Nigeria for it to work properly? Is the Nigeria you and your friends for? Is it the Nigeria that you're talking about? The removal of subsidies has unleashed a tidal wave of economic downturn, leaving families struggling to make ends meet. Prices of commodities have gone through the roof. The biting effects have felt across the nation, and the loss of confidence in the government is palpable. This is not a time for complacency. It is a time for bold, unwavering leadership, Mr. President. I think it is about time to get the nation's egg.
Have you all heard it? This was this program was held sometimes last month or a month before by this Shehu. Shehu is a Yoruba man. His both parents are Yorubas, so he's not half Igbo, half Yoruba. Can you imagine that? He is a Yoruba guy. But this very elderly man that spoke last will not address him. Showore is the one leading the protest. I have his video here. Let me see if I can trace it. But that man, he will leave everything and be talking about this. Allow the Igbos to go. No, they don't want to. They won't allow the Igbos to go. But they will come talking about the Igbos. Let's listen to Showore. These are Yoruba guys, very educated and very intelligent people. Listen to him.
His followers, who are likely young Nigerians who are restless. That's why they mentioned his name. If they mention my name, I will just fire them immediately. You understand? So, because the raining bricks know that they understand who I am. Bayo Ononika used to be a journalist. He understands. He used to cover my activities at the University of Lagos. And that's what I was saying on the show the other day. I'm surprised that Peter Obi is going to court to sue him. If they say you are organizing a protest, it's not a good thing for the people. Why would you say it's defamatory? There's nothing defamatory in doing a good thing. But they know him. They know Peter Obi would be aside. Please, I don't want problem more. That's why they are calling Peter Obi now.
Have you heard it? That they know that Peter Obi is a gentleman. That's why they are calling his name. And the Bayo Onanuga that started all this conundrum and name calling on the Igbos. He said that Bayo Onanuga knew him in the University of Lagos. And he knew that he doesn't take nonsense. That's why they are calling. Why are they always very chaotic? Why don't you face somebody who is calling you for a challenge? Come and challenge me. He is saying that they can't because they know that they are not doing things right. Rather, they will tell you he's an Igbo man. Now, they also said that it is our Prime Minister. Listen to Biafra Unite.
Nigeria government declares Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, the sponsor of the ongoing End Bad Governance protest in Nigeria. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 6th of August 2024, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Prime Minister, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, on the spotlight again. As members of the federal government of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, are currently alleging that he is the sponsor of the current and ongoing bad governance in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. This very man on your screen, called Adamu Garuba, a former presidential candidate in the zoo, currently an APC agent working under the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the illegitimate president of the Zoological Republic, has come out and opened his mouth, the stinking mouth of the Goro man, the Goro eater, and said that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is now the sponsor of the ongoing End Bad Governance protest in the zoo. Recall that a couple of weeks ago, before the commencement of this very so-called nationwide protest, which is not happening in Biafra land, that has already proven that Biafra land, or the place they call Southeast, South-South, are not part of their nationwide. Because when they call the protest nationwide protest, and two regions are not among, and they keep on calling it nationwide protest, that has automatically that Biafra land is not part of the nationwide of the zoo. So they alleged through the spokesperson of the illegitimate president that Peter Obi was the one sponsoring or behind the clamor for nationwide protest. As if that was not enough, today it has become the Prime Minister. So table has turned. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with too much comment. Let us read in details from Daily Post Nigeria and get the full gist so that we can be able to dissect them. And according to the title from Daily Post Nigeria, they says Simon Ekpa, Nigeria's enemy sponsoring protest, destruction, Adamu Garuba. You can see it is published today, August 6th, 2024. The former All Progressive Congress APC presidential aspirant, Adamu Garuba, has said Nigeria enemies like self-acclaimed Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ekpa are behind the protest against President Bola Tinubu's administration. The Biafra exodus has completely balkanized the Zoological Republic. The Biafra exodus has completely dismembered the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Garuba claimed that people like Ekpa contracted some influencers to cause destruction in Nigeria. He alleged that they contracted some northern influencers to exploit the current economic hardship against Tinubu's administration. So you are not even ashamed. You are not worried to open your stinking mouth to admit that there is an economic hardship. You are not even ashamed to admit it, and you are in government. that there is economic hardship. Yet people are protesting against the same economic hardship that is caused by the politicians and government. You are saying that it is someone who is busy fighting for the freedom of his people, the one sponsoring the protest against the economic hardship that you have acknowledged the existence. You be juju be that. When we tell you that these people don't have brain, you think we are joking. You can see it is now staring at the faces of everybody that they lack brain. Posting on X, Garba Road, the real sponsors of these rioters / not genuine protesters are sworn Nigerian enemies. Someone like at Simon Ekpa, who's taking sanctuary in a foreign land, yet ordering and commanding the destruction of his fatherland. God forbid, Nigeria can never be the fatherland of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Nigeria can never be our fatherland. It has never happened before, not yesterday, not today, and it will never be in future. Zoo can never be our fatherland. We are fighting for our fatherland and our motherland, which is Biafra. And if anything, any presence of the zoo in Biafra land, any infrastructure, any institution of the zoo representing the zoo in Biafra land, which we only have the military barracks and police barracks, including the prison yards. This is the only zoo present, the only federal government presence in our land as it stands today are the army barracks, police barracks, and prison yards. That's all. Which other infrastructure do we have that is not built by either individuals or state governments? When I say state government, I'm talking about during the colonial masters and few decades ago, in recent time, somebody or people like Zimbabwe. These are the people I'm talking about, not these current idiots that are occupying states, various state capitals in Biafra land, old states under the zoo that parade themselves as governors. They are irrelevant. They have never built anything in our land. So any any institution, because there is no infrastructure here representing the zoo, any institution representing the zoo in our land and is being destroyed or may be destroyed tomorrow, so be it. We are going to build our land. In fact, even the ones that will not be destroyed, we will still take all of them down. We are going to take all of them down and build our land, build our cities, build our homes with the modern day technology in order to serve mankind, in order to enjoy and live a better life. Once Biafra is restored, as soon as possible, very, very soon, mark my word. Now he continued, there is no greater illegitimacy in birth and in roots than this. When I told you the North was deceived, I know what I'm saying. Woman, these guys contracted some northern influencers to assist them in exploiting the current economic hardship against the Tinubu administration. Shame. Coupled with the fact that some angry and envious politicians see this as an opportunity to exert revenge upon the government for their loss. Oh, so now he tried to bring in people like P2B and Co. in order to make the other Yoruba man relevant, in order to continue to make the statement of that Yoruba man, the so-called Tinubu spokesperson, to continue to make his statement relevant, so that he is not completely discarded because they are all serving under APC. You understand? We understand them properly. He said Nigeria needs to review our relationship with Finland if they refuse to package and send this EPA guy to Nigerian authorities for questioning.
Impossible.
As a matter of fact, Finland
Impossible.
does not
They don't
feed
do that in
from
Europe.
the zoo. Finland never fed from the zoo. You have oil, they don't need oil from you, they have oil. Finland, Norway, most of these Scandinavian countries have crude in their land. unlike western part of Europe, like Germany or even Britain. You know, they have oil because they were former USSR, Russia. So they have oil.
They have.
Are you paying attention? So what do they get from you? Absolutely nothing. They get nothing from you. So you can cut off the relationship with so-called relationship. By the way, what is Finland doing with Nigeria as a partner? I don't understand. What are they doing with a terrorist country like the zoo as partners? They must cut off that so-called relationship immediately and move on. So that when they are supporting us after our declaration, they will come out in full force, with full chest, without fear of unknown. They will come out and stand with the bam. Yes, we are in support of Biafra. Mad people everywhere from the zoo. I don't want to talk too much because I should be coming live this very evening. Thank you, my people. And make it go viral.
So, my people, my program has come to an end. We Biafrans, we have one thing in common: hatred for the zoo. Is not hidden because they don't love us. We own the oil, we own the gas, both oil and gas. We own them. And Nigeria government, controlled by the Fulanis, have been milking this oil since 1956 till date. Time has come for Biafrans to wake up, Biafrans to fund and sponsor the coming of Biafra come 2nd of December 2024, when Biafra will be, restoration of Biafra will be declared in Finland, 2nd of December this year. Biafra, we are good to go, my people. We are good to go. We don't mind or care for anybody ranting or crying or wailing. They can't cry on our shoulders. No, we are good to go. The world have seen and they have known what they want to know in order to recognize Biafra. This very protest, it is their mess. It's the demon that they created for themselves. Let them pamper it and nurse it. It's not our thing. We are not interested in Nigeria anymore. Time has gone. We Biafrans, we have done so much to make Nigeria one. But my people, it has proven wrong. To keep Nigeria one is to keep the whole and the entire Africa stagnated, especially the West African part of the Africa, of the continent. My people, I will leave you here. I hope you have all been clicking on the like button. Share this message and let it go viral. I will come again if I have any update. Before I forget, we should all be hands on deck. Pray for our Prime Minister. On his Twitter handle this afternoon, our Prime Minister wrote there about the intel he's got. Some people are coming to Finland, suicide bombers, to come and attack our PM. It can never work because Finland, they recognized Biafra 1966 and 1967, and they continue to recognize Biafra and protect the interests of our Prime Minister. So their agenda is dead on arrival. Our PM shall be like tomorrow. Tomorrow never ends. He will not die, he will live. My fellow Biafrans, remember to pray for our Prime Minister's safety. All hail Biafra, peace, progress, unity, and equity. I love you all, and if I hear anything, I will always come up and let you know. Bye from here. Good evening.